Well, they took the emotional barometer and cranked it to the right. You guys are about to watch Ilhan Omar coming out and telling you why you can't have gun rights, but not just why you can't have gun rights. Painting the picture and pulling the emotional heartstrings and manipulating people who are suffering. Yep, checks out. This is why we fight every single day. What I'm about to show you is probably going to make blood shoot out of your eyes. But you know what? I got to show it to you anyway because these are the people that are going to manipulate and stand on tragedy in order to take the rights from you and everyone behind you. Everyone in the next generation will benefit from us fighting on this channel, on these videos, and everything that we do. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. If you want to be on the cutting edge of this gun rights fight, looking towards these people and defeating them, this is the place to be. Subscribe, like, share. All right, let's get into this, people. Listen, one of the things that I've said it multiple times, one of the things that makes me madder than hell about all of these horrible instances and horrible things is you guys as individuals, people out there that have nothing to do with any criminal behavior, bear the brunt and the fury of all the people who want to take your rights by blaming emotional instances on you. You had nothing to do with it. It's all your fault. You have blood on your hands, but don't you dare say anything about special communities, because if you do, you have a seriously misguided humanity inside of you, unless you're talking about the gun community, in which case they're able to be victimized perfectly fine. I'm telling the truth on this one because I've been dealing with this stuff every single time one of these things happen. And I've gotten to the point where I just get so frustrated, I can deal with this. But you guys don't deal with this on a day-to-day basis. This is not something that you have devoted your life and career to. This is something that you guys get to bear the brunt of this emotional manipulation, and it just pisses me off, honestly, for you. And I'm never going to shut up about it. With that said, let's get into this. This is Ilhan Omar, and you guys can follow me at Braden LOA on X if you want to. All right, listen. We're going to go down some emotional manipulation real quick. Let's just get it. I've said it. I've set the expectation. Let's go.
It shouldn't be hard to ban assault weapons and high-capacity ammunition. What is hard is being a mother, having just dropped off your babies, just returning home to clean up the mess that was left after breakfast, getting rid of that cereal bowl, maybe the little bit of scrambled eggs that was left over, the half-drinking juice box. That should be hard. And receiving that phone call before being able to get rid of the residue that your babies left as you dropped them off at school, and to hear that your two angels are no more.
The level of disgust that I have for this person is next level. Because you're not only talking about a tragedy, you're talking about painting a picture and emotionally manipulating people to give up their rights because of the picture that you are painting for them. Now, she's going to come out and say that we're going to ban assault weapons. She's already announced that she's going to put a banning the assault weapons and large capacity magazines bill on the floor to really make Republicans see where they stand. Political. They know it's not going to go anywhere. Political. It's political grandstanding. However, that's the point of this video. You are watching a representative from Minnesota scare women specifically and painting pictures of what they had left over and those kids right after they left the house and they went to school, and you get the phone call before you even finish cleaning up their breakfast that this happened to them. This is disgusting. I'll say it openly. I don't care. This is openly disgusting behavior in order to manipulate people out of their rights. You don't get much lower than this. And I'm going to offer a little bit of a counter here. Let's go back 200, 300 years. Imagine if you were just cleaning up the bowl of cereal or the bowl of gruel from your children or your husband who just walked out and spoke his mind about something like, oh, I don't know, maybe freedom, and how the king was a little harsh on those taxes imposed, and it was a little unfair. Oh my God, he's hanging by a rope in the corner. Well, you know what? The king said you can't go against the king. See, we can do this game all day. But the big problem here is this happened 2 days ago. The very thing in the scenario that I just painted for you The rights that we hold so dear are what prevent the scenario I just painted for you from happening again. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the emotional imagery of the children involved. And let's really paint the picture and scare women into voting against their own rights and their own best interest because I'm a woman and I can do this. This is disgusting behavior. But let's keep going because all freaking day.
That someone evil enough was afforded the ability to get a weapon that could be used to assassinate them through a window at their school while they sat for morning mass.
Pause for dramatic effect. Okay, I'll take the opportunity to step right in, Ilhan. So imagine if you had the ability to say that enhanced background checks and universal background checks of which you're espousing were in place. Imagine that. Imagine if this psychopath used a pistol and a shotgun, which aren't assault weapons, along with an AR. But no mention of that. How about permitting to purchase in Minnesota? No mention of that. Ghost guns, liability for gun manufacturers, capacity magazine limits. No, none of that. None of that's existing. So what are you espousing here? Because you're doing real heavy lay on with the emotion. So what's the actual point that you're trying to deliver? You going to go with the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob or something Frey? I don't know. He's freaking pointless to me. We going to go with like the 1 in 30 limit? We're going to go with the amount of guns you're allowed to buy? What are we going for here other than just the heavy pour on emotion and manipulating particularly women who are back at home with their children? The level of disgust I have is high. Wait until I show you the March for Our Lives one coming up. Keep going.
I do not know what society finds themselves in the place that we continuously find themselves since Columbine that comes together in these moments of grief that rightfully prays for the grieving families and victims, but does not come together to do whatever they can to make sure this does not happen again.
Oh, sorry, I had the mic on that one. If there was a duplicate echo there, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Do whatever they can. So take away all the rights of an entire population because of the actions of a psychopathic criminal murderer who was obviously unwell in the head and enabled by his mother. His mother. So we're just going to go ahead and say no one can have any rights because of safety. We're gonna have basically no. We're not going to be allowed to have cars because everyone speeds, and we're not going to be allowed to have cars because cars are used to commit trafficking. See how stupid this is? We're not allowed to have hands and feet because those actually hands and feet actually kill more people every year than rifles do. All rifles, but can't do that. Handguns, vast majority of all violence that they would consider gun violence in the United States, it's not gun violence, it's human violence using a gun, but whatever. Massively handgun, but no mention about that. It's weird how it's almost like you're leveraging emotion all while ignoring all the facts and all the points of which you say you claim to care about, while still having extreme gun control in the state of Minnesota. You see how this works? It completely and totally doesn't work. It completely and totally fails. We need more of it because, after all, it's failing so good that we need more of it. But have you thought about cleaning up the scrambled eggs of the children who are now no longer be with you? Think about it, mothers. I'm not even going to play the rest of it. The point is, these people manipulate people in order to trick them out of their own rights by heavily leaning on emotion and fear. I will not do it. I will not stand silent on it. This is disgusting. It should be called out for what it is. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Everything will be linked, and I will see you on the next one. The next one's going to be a banger. Later.